Bashar Baraka Jackson, known professionally as Pop Smoke, was an American rapper. He was considered by many to be the face of Brooklyn drill. Born and raised in Canarsie, Brooklyn, Pop Smoke began his musical career in late 2018 with his debut single NPR, Panic Part 3 Remix. Pop Smoke rose to fame with the release of his breakout singles Welcome to the Party and DR in 2019. He often collaborated with UK drill artists and producers, who employed more minimal and aggressive instrumentation than drill artists from Chicago. Following his rise to fame, record producer Rico Beats introduced Pop Smoke to Stephen Victor in April 2019. Victor would later sign Pop Smoke to his label Victor Worldwide, which is an imprint of Republic Records. He released his debut mixtape Meet the Woo in July 2019. His second mixtape, Meet the Woo 2, was released on February 7, 2020, and debuted at number 7 on the Billboard 200, becoming the rapper's first top 10 project in the United States. On February 19, 2020, Pop Smoke was renting a house owned by the Real Housewives star Teddi Mellencamp and her husband, Edwin Arroyo, in Hollywood Hills, California. At around 4:30 a.m., 4 hooded men, including one wearing a ski mask and carrying a handgun, broke into the house. The LAPD received news of the home invasion from a call from the East Coast. Police arrived at the home 6 minutes later and found Pop Smoke with multiple gunshot wounds. He was rushed to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, where doctors performed a thoracotomy on the left side of his chest. A few hours later, he was pronounced dead at the age of 20 years. On February 21, the Los Angeles County Department of Medical Examiner coroner revealed that the cause of Pop Smoke's death was a gunshot wound to the torso. Investigators believed that the house was a target for home invasions following a string of robberies that took place at homes rented by musicians. The LAPD at first considered that Pop Smoke's death was gang-related as he was tied to the Crips. It also suspected that his killers may have been gang-affiliated. The LAPD later believed his death was the consequence of a home robbery gone wrong. The day before his murder, Pop Smoke and friend Michael Giurdola had posted several images on social media, including one in which Mellencamp's home address can be seen in the background. The rapper also posted a story on Instagram and Facebook of gifts he had received. One showed the house's full address on the packaging, giving out its location. Pop Smoke's body was originally planned to be buried at the Cypress Hills Cemetery but was later changed to Greenwood Cemetery. Family, friends, and fans of Pop Smoke gathered in his hometown of Canarsie, Brooklyn, to show their respects. His casket was pulled in a horse-drawn carriage and was surrounded by glass windows and white curtains. On July 9, 2020, 3 adult men and 2 minors were arrested for the murder of the rapper. Pop Smoke's suspected killers were identified as Corey Walker, 19, Keandra D. Rogers, 18, Jacqueline Murphy, 21, and 2 unnamed juveniles who were ages 15 and 17 at the time of the killing. Walker and Rogers were each charged with murder with a special circumstance that alleged the killing was committed during the commission of a robbery and a burglary. A judge later determined that Rogers was still a minor at the time of Pop Smoke's murder. Walker is being defended by defense attorney Christopher Darden, a former prosecutor from the O.J. Simpson murder case. After Walker refused any more delays in his case, witnesses were due to testify at a preliminary hearing in March 2021. Walker is eligible for the death penalty or life without parole if convicted on the murder charge. The 2 juveniles had also been charged with murder and robbery in juvenile court. Murphy was later charged with attempted murder. In May 2021, new details emerged that Pop Smoke was taking a shower at a home rented through Airbnb when masked men entered the home through a second-story balcony. A woman who was staying with Pop Smoke at the time in the house had a gun held to her head, and one of the intruders threatened to kill her, saying, "Shut the fuck up. Do you want to die?" The woman heard Pop Smoke struggle in the shower and then heard him screaming. Pop Smoke ran out of the bathroom and then the woman heard a loud bang and heard Pop Smoke fall to the ground. Two other intruders began to kick him. Pop Smoke was able to get up and run downstairs, but not before the woman heard two more gunshots. She followed Pop Smoke to see him on the ground and screamed for Michael Duradola to call 911. It was believed the intruders stole Pop Smoke's gold watch and other jewelry before running away from the house. In May 2020, the 15-year-old, the youngest of the four intruders, allegedly admitted to killing Pop Smoke over a diamond-studded Rolex during a recorded interview with a cellmate at a juvenile detention center. The 15-year-old told the cellmate that Pop Smoke at first complied with their requests for jewelry but then tried to fight them, and a confrontation broke out in which Pop Smoke was pistol-whipped and shot with a Beretta M9. The intruders made off with his Rolex, which they sold for $2,000. Pop Smoke's parents, Audrey and Greg Jackson, shared memories of their son before saying how gun violence took him away from them. On February 19, at 4 a.m., a gun was used to take my son from me. You know him as Pop Smoke, we called him Shar. Because of gun violence, I'll never see my son run up the front of our steps, taking them two at a time. He won't ever take my hands again and dance with me. He won't come into my room and muscle pose in the mirror. Gun violence destroys families. It must stop. Audrey Jackson during an ad for the Gun Violence Destroys Families.